Yeah, no, and I had research fandiwane gore okay.
What is what?
What can be and what can be. Because okay, no multis file up they lookile. I na matsapa re tla TS ka tla mo phone again.
Yeah.
To call him as well. So tla ke motse mo line tla re fana gore tla bona gatana. Ba ga tswe buile happy today on a Tuesday. Religious Tuesday arena today round table. Re tlo discuss khanya gore where our Christian names given to us to destroy our culture and to uphold and to promote European culture. Re bitwa bo Niki, re bitwa bo Godfrey, re bitwa bo moremi ke mangwana ya gago moremi.
It was quite a Nathaniel.
Yeah,
but I prefer Nathan.
Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan sounds better. Yeah, but Nathaniel Moreri Munabu. Nathaniel.
Now I don't.
Nathan.
Nathan. You know this Nick thing has so much connection with me that
I'm the only one.
I'm trying to shake it off.
So,
but you see,
it's difficult.
Are you able to shake it off?
It's difficult, but I need to.
Andre's done it with.
Yeah, you know.
So you want to tell me I'm the only one with an African name here?
Only one.
It's not Nick.
You have only one.
Tandazo.
Hey, TS.
I was born in the 80s, so I cannot.
Yeah. What is your English name, TS?
I don't have an English name.
Wait.
Yeah.
We need to find out. Was he born in the 80s or 70s?
Yes.
Does it also count?
Let us determine the years.
No, now I was born in the 70s. So
you see,
you have to have his
yeah.
You have to have
8 years.
You had no choice.
No, I was born in the 80s.
In the 80s.
You see?
Then I was in the 70s when you're going.
One name.
Then I was in the 70s, my brother. Cosity the Godfrey so.
But Godfrey.
Yeah, I hate that. That's why I don't use that sometimes.
But you see, it also counts for which year you were born in.
How so?
Because during that time, that's when they were rigid in terms of forcing the Christian names on the kids.
Remember, and listen to this. They tell you it's a Christian name.
Yes.
Now, the one who gives the name is the one who's got more authority, more power than you.
Correct.
So basically, you are subject. Yes. So the person is exercising his power. He names you.
Okay.
Then now, again, Islam comes and gives you a name, Abdul Muhammad.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
To show that they own you,
yes.
You are subject to them.
Correct.
Now, what happens? We name our kids.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the same thing. Unkosikazi makafika endlini ekhaya kulotsholiwe unikezwa igama la ekhaya, you understand, to show who holds
the sign of dominance.
Dominance, you understand.
So in San Kokwimo I got there's a company right picture it.
So the thing is this, the thing about the name it goes very, very deep. You understand? And sometimes we take it lightly, and we cherish this name.
Whereas,
but it's part of disconnecting us to our ancestors. Okay. Because of, remember, like I said yesterday, how we used to name.
Before you can dwell,
and they used to change our names to Chris Hani, so that it sounds better. So even if you were born in 1970, 1980, you have to have that slave name. So that the master must address accordingly.
Okay, Shab, Nikki, before man.
Or just say me.
Yeah, let's go first. Ricky said that Tato, show me brother join o sapo. Hey, that's Barashapo. Let us chance to introduce Pila Bro Koena Mandin Tang, and then we're coming just after this. Guys, we're streaming live on Facebook, Hostess Hongwan, and YouTube. The Hostess on a live show and coming to your live on www.hostfm. Like I said, today we work Christian names that you guys have. You've been calling your kids Christian names and stuff. Were those names given to us just because they liked us, or because it was actually a plan to destroy our African culture? We must forget who we are and then forget whatever to come from. We Nick Greek. It's Nathaniel.
George.
Imagine.
Come and tell you that issue with the name. That issue with the name.
Yeah.
By the way, it's part of salvation.
It is.
What
You are being saved.
What
From salvation. You are being saved from something.
It's true.
Okay, boy, Rabu, we're gonna go for commercial, and then from there we can become back. Please, if you're a business person listening to us now, you can do the same commercial. Just contact us at 064-548-776, and then that commercial, and then we are the fastest growing podcast in this side of the city, and only one, right? They two.
Yeah.
Again, around this area.
Yeah.
But
there's only 2 here.
Yeah.
No.
I go to
There's only one. There's only one. Jose FM and the rest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, that's well put.
So, this show is brought to you by Sohwana Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic situated in number 70 Tuefengesgras in Westview, Danville. They specialize on the following: primary health care, ailment diagnosis and treatment, including medication, wound care, family planning, well baby clinic, basic ultrasound, laboratory blood services, treatment of chronic illnesses, treatment and management of patients on ARVs, wellness screening, antenatal clinic, HIV services and counseling. They have a pharmacy on site, and they are doing CCMDD services as well, OHS clinic, circumcision clinic and abortion services. Their cell phone number is 064-548-7176 or 071-422-8576. Again, the address is 70 Tuefengesgras in Westview, Pretoria West in Danville. Cell phone number again is 064-548-7176 or 071-422-8576. And that is our sponsor for today, Sohwana Medical Services and Clinic. They don't take any medical aids. They only take cash, which is $350 consultation about excluding medicine, by the way. The reason sometimes about 750, 800 rand for consultation, but then you get only 2 things, Panado and Ocreale Allergics, which is like $20 each. So you've paid too much money for nothing. So at least the more of a choice. Okay, I just want to come and consult, maybe like a letter or something, but just to be checked. So it's nice. Okay, and please go. I know, Marshall, I've been there several times. Yeah. So Bafet.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Really.
Hola.
Yeah. Really, guys. Really. Tomorrow get on again. Tomorrow gets on the train. Tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow get a day.
Yeah. One.
Okay, give him a money.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Keep him quiet.
This one.
I've got no comment.
I'm just saying.
I've got no comment.
Yeah.
No, Jose,
Now I'm going to subject myself to that.
let it go, man.
No comment.
I'll never leave go, I better get that day. Yeah.
No
All right.
comment.
Till tomorrow is our tomorrow we must tape, so please don't miss the show, man.
Oh, yes.
9:30 they'll be here. Or if not, they'll be on the call. But about in a perspective as tape again, because we will tell us to give but this week, tomorrow. Keep on. Yeah. So anyway, today Alina. Most of us have English names. Most of us have English names. You know. Malo, I remember this other girl Nikimo data way back. And to get Nakamurumunye. On Naga Trishville. Right? How what the salvation? I can support us somehow. I'll tell you why. So this girl K Grainy, little high.
Okay.
Yeah, K Grainy. Not Grainy over Grainy kiddo one, yeah. And then Jiggy a few years later, she now changes the pastor of the church, changes her name to Esther. I'm like, what Esther for? It's like, no, Esther is Esther in the Bible. You know, that girl, all Mordecai, seduce the king so the king can be merciful on us. All that nonsense. I'm like, oh, okay. So you don't have a vendor name, one. You don't even have English green, but then someone comes and gives you a name. which is from
a pastor, someone who's not even related to you.
Exactly. Oh no, and you just take it like, I'm like, oh, okay, sharp. Whatever that convicted you to do that is fine. Now going back to when we were colonized, I want to hear from each of you what you guys think about this thing. Maybe if it has a chance, again, a kalasa weapon. Yes, go for chance. What do you think? Were we colonized in that way? Because I remember Bumba Maruna, how I look at kitchening. How Torikina Mustan happy. Like your name is Anna. Oscar need that thing. What? Exactly. Understand? Yeah. We can't pronounce that thing. So your name is Pete. Is it the same? Nah. Or what is the connotation behind? What is the special connotation behind this thing? What was the reason why they gave us their clothes? What was the reason they gave us their names? Yeah. Their European style of religion? Yeah. What? Tat Arul.
Yeah, it's just basically to erase how we do things. Remember, Ronama Bitwa Rona have meaning. So that's how, and they have depth.
Yeah.
So, for example, all my kids are named in a particular manner, and all my kids, my Bitwa Rona, are Amina something.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is not something that's now. It's something that has been happening from hard. So having to now be named, given an English name or by the colonizer, clearly states for it. It goes even beyond the issue of culture, of having to erase culture. You go beyond and erase the very thing that defines you.
Yes.
Which is a name with a meaning. For example, let's look at the Esther as a name.
Yeah.
Where does it come from? What does it mean? I guess. Yes. Yeah. What does David mean? You see, and the very thing that I'm talking about is that we sort of eraser to a point where we even lose ourselves within the names that we are given.
Yeah.
And we are okay with it because we are still using them till today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I've never saw any white person giving their kids our names. No. Like giving them Oba King, I mean, Oba King, you praise him, right? At least the Christian ones they can say. At least the no Christian ones. Like as a Christian white person, I'll call my son Oba King, meaning that's praise him. But on I guess is it a trend really, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's everywhere.
Mapila Radama in English. Why? Is it the same thing? Colonization? Mind?
What is the nef? Man, what is the name of the place? It's Atteridgeville. So you can't have Tamsang in Atteridgeville. You must have George or Moses. But
the number is 064-548-776 for our WhatsApp number. If you want to join us, or what do you think about this one? 064-548-776 064-548-776. Comment on Facebook and our YouTube.
No man, it's not something new. We have been colonized by the white supremacy. We are the replica a change. Mahua in a place in.
Okay.
That's why but there's a coconut, middle class and all that. But if it is back to guys, I think we have a visit in the house more this fly. Yeah.
We need to deal with
So you remember there's a book, Roots.
Yeah.
Kunta Kinte. Remember the slaves from Liberia.
Yes.
And this white master was beating the hell out of them. And then what's your name? My name is George.
Yeah.
And then this one was saying, my name is Kunta.
Yes.
Until Muka tell him how to buy them, but eventually he escaped.
Correct.
Understand?
Yeah.
So it's about white dominance. So for us to be paralyzed like this until today, we are good in English. Is because of their mission is accomplished.
Yeah.
There's a track I'm an original black man. You know, I don't wear a tie. I don't put on your fancy cologne. I'm a black man. One understand? So should you that opportunity to think like that, or you were in that manner to be black, not mix masala. You can breed a dog. You're also able to breed a human being.
Yeah.
One understand? Nabag. I have 3 kids. My daughter ki morateng monama.
Okay.
Mo bokeng monama.
King ki obedi.
Number 2 ki mo bokeng monama.
Mo bokeng, yeah.
Yeah, morateng, mo bokeng, mo tsepeng.
All right. Ki banyana ba ita.
Ngwanyana ke morateng, mo bokeng ke moshimane, mo tsepeng le yena ke moshimane.
Ha go no po junior mo gwena.
Ha
gona junior mo moshimane ngo. Wa se bira junior.
Why?
Junior because now I gave my son my names. So because it's right? Because I want to start that legacy. The first. You understand?
Correct.
And then what the first so
but no Prince the first, the Prince the second,
just
like
that.
the kingdom of United, United Kingdom.
But you should remember that spiritually, what comes with that is that your son will resemble you.
Yes,
exactly. He will actually go through similar or same challenges that you've been through. My firstborn son, it's Ndanda, so my name.
Yeah,
and I can tell you right now, I already know his path.
That was last tape.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
No. How old is he?
Ushaman is 6 years old.
What's the table is 6 years? The qualities.
But one thing that I wanted to show you is that the issue of names does not only end with black people.
Yes.
In the actual fact, now as we're talking, I'm starting to realize something. Religion, irrespective of what type of religion.
Yes.
Religion on its own is about colonization.
Correct.
Because even the Jews, the reason why these white Jews are holding on to a lie, because of they are not the Jews.
They are not veiled.
They are holding on to a lie because of even the names that they were given. They were given Jewish names.
Correct.
When you get in and you when you get to be converted into Judaism,
they be given names. So
first
they give you a name.
Yeah, they give you a name. Like for example, my name is Yeshaya Ben Yaakov.
Yeah,
that's the Hebrew name. That's a Jewish name.
It sounds so Polish.
You understand? Yeshaya Ben Yaakov.
I like it.
Yeah,
you understand. Now, then from there is the Brit Milah, the circumcision, and all those things. Then you come to Islam. Islam, they will give you Abdul Muhammad or whatever name.
Or Salim, yes.
Or Salim.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Christianity, they give you Nick, James, John, whatever it is, Christian name. So, religion on its own, it's about colonization.
Yeah.
It's about actually making people to lose the true meaning of who they are and where they come from, and to get into a new space and observe new laws that they're not familiar with.
Yeah.
So, can we safely say that then, even these white people who call themselves Jews, they've been lied to. And it's a lie that has been told many generations.
Correct.
And that lie, they've tend to believe it. But in the actual fact, even within them, I believe, there is an awakening that is happening to say that, Pila, this has been a black thing. From when we study history, all along. How is it that us being white, we are practicing this thing? But immediately that happens, you know what happens? Keep quiet. Don't talk like that. There's no such. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because of they've been lied to. So everybody here has been lied to, including the white folks.
Remember, there's this thing here, Jesus, Jesus, Yoshua, Yesu, all those different names or pronunciation of that individual. They're mentioning one guy, which is Jesus. They are not speaking about Allah, Jah, God. It's all names that people are providing. Same applies to Luru, or let's say this white people giving us names. Or no. You know,
somebody will come from KwaZulu-Natal, umuzi woqolo or umuzi woqolo Kabazeli, abereke mo Transvaal. Because of Fanton de Rachon or umuzi woqolo or umuzi woqolo, I don't know.
Mr. Jacob.
Your name is Jan.
Yeah, Jacob or Jan.
Yeah, and then will address that one like a bus.
Yeah.
Ever Jan, bus. And then one hour bus, I see clean Peter or clean Jan. Out clean bus.
Clean bus.
Yes. One understand. So it's all about colonization. Man, for them to dominate us, for them to own power for more
on top of us, yes, they had to give us their names.
They from the Bible itself. This is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of
let us ask ourselves for why is only Mandela alemo beg no do. And the rest of people who fought, who died, who compromised, who sacrificed their lives, none of them is even the.
Yeah. One day. Why this person?
One day.
Yeah. Only to ask it chance
to show the depth and the by and Christianity was introduced. The very thing that Nick was saying, they even erase identity. It's like we are so lost into this that even our names were lost with the process.
Yeah.
Like for example, there's a reason and the way aba name lenka thing. Like lebaka. About khosi khadi khosi tsile khosi ma. So there's a way ke ba lenka thing and there's a reason why ke ba name le. That's the depth ya mabitso a rona in general. Just that people and people need to understand what this thing. Like your guys are saying, you even gave your kids your name,
yes,
and because it's so like a generational thing that you want to start, and that's how deep our names go.
Yeah, because for now when not seriously my kids both Makosi Junior, and everybody was asking, why when I'm yes, I'm creating my own legacy. What must I call them? Okay, Makosi unale my name amaitri. Okay, Makosi ki humi letsofatso. And they ke have venda wana mudim half motswana. They get khana ka last venda. Why? Mama told me to patu chesegare. They were gonna call it that.
What is that?
That's what letsofatso.
Yeah.
They were gonna call it that. I told them but they're gonna call her that.
Yeah.
I'd rather we stick to the same names. Okay, it's fine. Let's make it Tsofato Makosi Kihomile dan.
Yeah.
My mother gave her Kihomile, because Wanyana Gamatakohai. So it's fine.
Yeah.
So Makosi was mine because of my name and then Hana like English Mohen. Yeah. Then Musman had like Neki Junior. Kiwaka after Wahaka Mushiman, get the first.
Yeah.
Get the second. Fella bear up until
the issue of names actually right now as we're talking about it is very, very deep. To a point that this ruling that came yesterday, I know it's obvious.
Need to erase us.
Now listen to this. My daughter, her name, one of my daughters, her name is Welegas. Welegazi, it's basically Iwele, and Welegazi is my mom's name.
Yeah.
Guess what happens? She looks like my mom.
Yeah.
Shaped like my mom.
Yeah.
Aggressive and protective of her brothers and sisters like my mom. My mom loved the people. To a point that, now this is the part that is quite deep, which a lot of people, and it's so sad, Faye Tukuti, about that sometimes we fall into
we lose our way.
This is the part that touches my heart. My mom, she's been gone for years. I mean, it's over 7 years, 8 years since she passed on.
I'm sorry, rest in peace.
When my mom comes in the house, my daughter, she will either dream of my mom, or if she's sleeping, she will start shaking.
Yeah.
She will start shaking and crying. And when you wake up, she will be like, Ukrin ula. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actually, we see okay. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I'm trying to show you the power of a name. That this is a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
To name. It's not something that you can take for granted.
No, you can't.
Then I've got my other son. His name is Ukamshana. Ukamshana, which is my grandfather.
Yeah.
No, Mshimana.
It's a son. Oh, okay.
And which is my grandfather, Ukamshana. Bruh, he looks like my grandfather, strong like my grandfather, and is the most active one.
Yeah.
And he loves money. And my grandfather was rich.
Yeah.
And stingy.
Yeah.
Rich and stingy, you understand?
Yeah.
And my son is like that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm trying to show you the power of a name.
Correct.
They named me Untandazo. My brother, look, you can hear me talking now. Bruh, I pray season in, I pray season out.
Yeah.
I pray whether there's a mess, whether there's joy.
You are praying.
I pray. You understand what I'm saying? I pray.
So Kim Tandazo wa tapelo.
Yeah, meaning prayer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's prayer.
I pray. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've named my other daughter as Unom Tandazo. The same. She loves prayer. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the name defines you. The name says a lot of things about you. There are certain things that will happen to you because of your name.
Yeah.
Because of your name. Now, I'm going to understand with him. Let's just dwedwe, let's just slima. Esiphatha lo mthetho. Sicabange kanjani? Yeah. Especially uma siluthi simnyama. You understand? Because to me, I've lost respect of certain so-called the intelligent, educated black people.
I don't even
I've lost respect
by the window,
because it shows you ukuthi kahle le education abayitholayo nalama masters
we are educationally colonized.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
They don't become clever. You can't mess around with a name. You cannot mess around with a name. It's one sensitive thing that you can't. And that is why sometimes emakhaya kuyabhekwa ingane mhlambe uyithiye ngomuntu othile la ekhaya ivelelwa yinkinga amabhadi and makuthiwa kuyabheka uthola ukuthi man lempilo yalomuntu beyinjalo. You understand?
Yeah.
Lempilo yalomuntu beyinjalo. Then what is it that happens? Bathi shintsha legama.
Yeah, they want
Yeah, but ishintsha legama. Now, my daughter, my firstborn daughter, when her mom was pregnant, I didn't have a name. It was my new pregnancy. I did not know what's going on.
Yeah.
And she was in Karangwa Hospital. I went there running. I was thinking of a name.
Yeah.
And then there was this name that kept on coming, saying Utembekile, Tembekile.
Correct.
I gave it Tembekile.
Yeah.
Guess what happened? When I went back home years later, Sekakulil, and I got to check the family tree, I found out there's a person who was called Utembekile.
Correct.
And apparently, Lomut Beku Utembekile, Beku Liqhiqa.
Yeah.
And guess what? My daughter, she's been Entwasweni. I understand.
That's like
already
the original Tembekile.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's spiritually gifted. Mina, I got the name without even knowing what it will be. I got to a Tembekile, and I gave it. Only to find out I'm naming her after somebody who has lived in the family. So you can't mess around with the name. That's why it's like I said yesterday, not to know African spirituality. It's a problem.
But there's a logical, simple explanation why the name is very important.
Okay.
Our nation.
When are your kids came up?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is yours.
I'm going to mention a whole lot now.
I can't need to understand your part.
I'll talk about the ones I know.
Okay, yeah.
The ones I don't
know. The ones you know.
I
want to give you
Yeah, well, no, I was blessed. I've got 3 sons.
Yeah, 3 boys, yeah.
So the firstborn, Kitsepo.
Wonderful, man.
Yeah, firstborn Yaka. He's my
how old?
hope. He's 19 now.
19, okay.
Yeah. So Liana, there's a story behind the name.
Yeah, that okay.
The second one, Kineo. There's also a story behind the name.
That, yeah.
Kilrotodi.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this one, baby nyana yaka. Ke Tokollo. There's also a story behind the name.
I see. How
Ngwanyana we one. Ke Bokamoso.
Okay.
I didn't name my daughter because I didn't know I had one.
Oh, what's it after?
Yeah, no. When she was 3 years, they brought her to me.
Okay.
It's a long story.
Domestic shit.
So, yeah, no, it's a long story.
From what you're saying,
yeah,
there's a book that I've been contemplating about that I want to write. It's titled that Men Know Your Worth. I think it's about time that we talk about men putting value in themselves.
Correct.
Yes. Some of us, we've got bad experiences.
Yeah.
And I've seen it from my own experience. It's inkinga and ingozi. Into yokuthi ube nomntwana nomuntu olokuthi kahle kahle wena naye niyaphambana.
Yeah.
Yabona lapho usuke ulahlekelwe yigazi. Suke ulahlekelwe izinto eziningi because of if ever lo muntu onomntwana naye ukhanda shisa ukhanda shisa
umntwana uyavaya
lo mntwana uyavaya and umntwana ngeke azakhule kahle. I've got a son that is outside ufumanekile which I named after my uncle.
Yeah.
But I realized ukuthi it was a big mistake. So lento yethu thina amadoda sometimes yokuthi sihamba sikhipha ingane. It's a problem.
Yeah,
it's a problem. And I think men need to start to put value in themselves.
Correct.
Know ukuthi ingane uyinikeza bani.
Correct.
There are people there are people who are worth your sperm, your seed, and there are people who are not worth your seed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I used to think like that, Duguti. Our cement is so precious that we don't have to go and then saying wrong.
Then,
but after Lenda Valley, manje the same manje izothatha umama. Thina umsebenzi wethu nje. Ukuthi nje kufuthazwe nje ukwanda ingane ngoba we don't have if I'm a family, we are no longer abathini inhloko zazendlini. You understand?
We still do have. We actually still do have.
Yeah.
You know, the name. It's something so deep that I don't think Uguti we even understand the importance of having it. Remember, Tina, as Abantu, we didn't have surnames. Our nations are named after our kings. The names of our kings. You understand? You look at how we look at reincarnation.
Yes.
That's what you are doing. You are bringing yourself back to life.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how deep it goes. Baraka spedi libitso le lebe ke serongwa. You know, it already determines the type of life a person is going to live on earth.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if we are going to say letabo, you know, you are happiness. You're gonna live along the lines of, you know, being an actor, entertainer, So it paves a way for Wana. Because you are sending them into the universe to go fulfill a certain purpose.
Yeah.
And then we use the name to can identify. Like I will make an example, Neo, right? When I named Neo, there were a lot of challenges in between, whereby the lady that I met at the time couldn't get kids. She thought she was barren. So I came in ngayenza into zami ngashaya sahlala. Right?
Wow, young man.
Maslala. You know, I kept on saying guye mina. I'm not an X chromosome, I'm a Y chromosome.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a special being.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've got an empire to build. That's why I named my firstborn Tsepo. Because the empire is Okulangaye. You understand? He's the one that will not have a choice. It's gonna have to walk my path. Where we are turned Tandi, because I'll put back a corner. You understand? So everything, I'm a mistakes swam, everything that I had to learn, empilweni. I'm a mistakes swam aziwa you understand? So that he properly conducts the legacy. You understand? Not even his house, the whole entire legacy. Uzoya kabhuti wakhe amtshela ukuthi la ekhaya khasibanibani siyenza kanje. Asiyenzi lento eyenzayo.
Can I tell you something? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll fit here's a chance. I'll think of something.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Zeke mamezo brother patalona pila. Ai telele re ke to khona we ara.
So it's not just a name, because when you look at it, empires are built based on a name. You know, dreams are started by just uttering a name. You understand? That's why there's a spiritual connection and a physical connection, because of what UTS said. We are a bowl of energy coming into the physical world to fulfill a certain purpose. So that's why it is important that the father must be the one who names the child.
My brother,
it's very, very important.
You know. I wanted to say this as we explain this thing.
Yeah.
You can't have, and guys, I don't understand what's going on with our South African black brothers and sisters that are so disillusioned. You can't have words such as male chauvinism.
You can't.
You can't.
Toxic masculinity.
You can't have that. I mean. Okay. Yes, T.
That's why I was asking the other time. Please define toxic masculinity.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
You can't have that. I mean, these words, they don't exist. I'm listening to him as he explains.
Yeah.
You can understand, this is blood.
Yeah.
He's proud about it.
This is kingship.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
He's taking charge.
It's his empire.
Of his empire and his generation.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, when you want to take that away from him,
you're killing him.
Oh, yeah.
First and foremost, who's going to do it?
You
understand? Who's going to do it?
Yeah.
City, umuntu wesifazane must do that. It's bongo, and then from there, kube uye or pioneer this thing. There are certain things. You see, there are certain things that will happen to your kids based on blood.
Yes.
And blood speaks louder than anything else. And guess whose blood speaks louder? Is the blood of the father.
Yes.
The blood of the father.
Yes.
When we talk about identity, we are talking about your father. And I love and I love now when it comes to the Hebrews, when they will say, who is your father? And they will give the genealogy and say, and they came David, the son of Jesse, the son of Obed, the son of Boaz. They are giving you the pedigree, and they are not giving a feminine pedigree. They are giving you bloodline. Bloodline, meaning the energy that is coming, the power that is coming, the character that is coming. You must know and understand that it will behave like this.
Correct.
You understand? Correct. So when you're saying now you want to tamper with surnames, anything that has got to do with a name, you are tampering with the generational blessing.
Yeah.
Correct.
You are tampering with everything that is passed down generationally, even gifts.
True.
Do you understand?
Tools of trade.
Tools of trade. So then, I still ask a question. Anybody that agrees with this thing, bruh, you need to sit down in front of a mirror and look into yourself and ask yourself a question. What has went wrong? Do you really understand what's going on?
But you see, when you go back to the initial intention of why we were forced to be given European names, was to completely annihilate our way of thought in terms of how we are 100%. Thinking, and it was to impose an idea that is completely going to destroy our identity and connection to the Creator, the God energy that I always like to talk about.
Okay, T.
Yeah. No, I just want to add on, which is something that is important. You see why the reason why you say because there was a line of thought and again Latin.
Yeah.
You see, there's two types of laws.
Yeah.
Right? There's the human law and then there's the natural law. And normally the human law must follow the natural law.
Correct.
So we make laws, but
Correct.
the laws that we make must be in line with the natural law. Like I always been saying, you cannot twist the fabric of nature and think that nature is not going to snap back and correct itself. So that's point number one. Let's take it from there. So now it's like saying, if tomorrow I say to you, Gary, you know what, let's forget about gravity.
Yeah.
Let's just forget that gravity exists, and people start jumping from high rise. You see what I mean? And they all fall and they all die.
Yeah.
So therefore, that human law that is created, or let's forget about gravity, is not in line with the natural law that says gravity is always there, right?
Correct.
So remember, Ishuyadi's name was created. This thing was explained that Ishuyadi's name is created for the purpose of being responsible and taking accountability.
Correct.
Let me explain this. So in other words, if a woman gives birth, we all know the mother of the child.
The child,
yeah. Right. But for you to then identify the father of the child, then the child has to take the identity of the father through the surname.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then we know we're okay. This child, Papa Haiki.
Yeah.
That's then the human law following the natural law.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So now when we twist and turn and make things the way they are now, we are basically saying that we are not following the order that we had found already existing. The same example that I was giving the other time when I said it was stupid. One man, 10 women. Who's the father? If they're all pregnant.
Yeah.
We can identify. Yeah.
Yeah.
One lady, 10 men. Who's the father? We can't even identify.
We need a
Of
DNA.
course.
So nature will always give you these clues that we need to follow. That's why, for example, when it's summer, certain fruits and vegetables will start growing. But in winter, the very same fruits and vegetables will not grow.
Yeah.
You get so the seasons in nature is always talking to us, and Rona it's our then responsibility for us to go with it, to learn it, to understand what it's saying to us. So the minute we start going against it, like the examples that I was giving,
Yeah.
It's that simple. And once people understand and get this idea, then we will be fine. But we time and again want to be against it. Time and again we think we come with ideas that make this whole thing better, and yet the human law that we are creating is not following the natural law.
Yeah.
And therefore we will never be in the same position as saying we are okay. We'll never be okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now one has to something.
Okay, yeah, after this one. We are coming to you live on www.khosifm.co.za, www.holdings.co.za/khosifm, and on 2 platforms. Live here on YouTube, which is the Khosifm live show. And I see many people have logged into YouTube, and then please like the today's stream, comment and share. Yeah. And then now on Facebook is Khositsile Skhongwane, and the student name numbers are it's 064-548-7764 WhatsApp. If you want to talk to us, please send us WhatsApp voice note. It will be very nice. And your comment on what do you think about English names? What we were given by the oppressor, by the colonizer, by the white people? Do you think they were raising our history as Africans, or it was just nice to have names? Honoring
ke batla motsisa gore o ke fa shap ke motlo le gore Moses and Moshe.
Yeah.
These are different names, or is it one name?
Moses
and Moshe.
Just
I get it, like depending language bavan. I let's talk like Moshe, I call it in English Moses, in African say something else.
But Moreri the preacher is not the same thing.
Kesa same thing. Moreri English. Moreri now.
Moreri.
Yeah. Keep preacher. So what is the problem?
Moreri keep preacher.
Yeah, keep preacher. Moreri pap. Samara ba to go water khatana.
Muruti ki teacher.
Yeah. Wow, ruta bat. Why but?
Yeah. You know what's funny?
Yes.
We are holding on to the system of the colonizer, the oppressor. What is the surname of the Queen of England?
I don't meet. I want to say number to
She's just a
They don't have surnames. But Windsor.
No,
Windsor.
No. Windsor is a town that they come from.
I know, but baby said the Windsor.
Yes, it's because Batwako that town.
That's
why they are the Windsors.
Yeah, okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
But they are still going on their names.
I can ask the question.
Reincarnation. Charles the First, Charles the Second, Charles the what?
All those years.
You understand?
Yeah.
But Tina, usenza kakhona ka Jama
Zulu,
you know, exactly, you know, that's how it goes down, and that is very, very important, because this is how we capture and do our family trees. You know, there's a difference between Isbong and Istangaze. You know, those things are not the same.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's not.
And I want to talk to our sisters, brothers. Regardless, maybe people must understand this one. Maybe let's expect you to speaking the truth or what.
Yeah.
Maina must come from me.
Yeah.
I get it.
Correct.
That is my lineage.
Yeah.
Yes. Understand?
Correct.
When I one thing public today. I'm not married to their mother.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
I'm married to the kids. I took out lobola for my 2 kids. Right? And then I had the right to name them Sihongwane. I can. And I did ask their mother. Please from zero. But change define. And she agreed. She said, "Bon, it's your thing, do it."
Yeah.
And I did that. But I did it the right way. I went, lobola, kafeta, yes. Makosi kamira, makosi Hongwane. Amen. Junior Atlantic, the same thing, but everything go high. I be Junior Sohon. So, okay, let's say now people cannot afford to pay lobola, guys. Still, it doesn't change the fact that so no now papaka. It's not even yours, it's your father's name. Up until nakin sa makhalifa wena ke onyala or ke nyala ngwana. Ebile to be lost of all, ha ke nyala ngwana ge still bagan.
Yeah. You know what you are saying, it's something that I said because I was on a live on a TikTok and I was talking about it. You need to understand it in this way. Ne? A woman is 100% receiver.
Yes.
Meaning that she's an incubator.
Yeah.
She receives a sperm.
Yeah.
She stores it.
Yeah.
She nurture it. And it comes out. Akseyak.
Yeah.
That's why the DNA will always be that of a man.
Yes.
Okay.
A man is a life giver. You understand?
Exactly.
That's why they are unable to mimic a sperm.
Yeah.
Because they can't mimic a sperm, but they can do an incubator, whereby they are going to take your genuine sperm, put it inside an incubator, and then it gives birth as if it's inside the womb.
Yes.
They can do that. They can clone people. They can transfer one brain from this head to another brain. But the one thing that they cannot do is to clone a sperm. They can't do that.
Now, T, what you've just explained right now, that's human. That is spiritual.
Correct.
That is what you call your your DNA, your genetics and
Correct.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what bothers me, and guys,
it's
when
culture.
when you're dealing with people, because you will have some men, even black men, who will be in opposition and stand against you with that concept.
Yeah.
And they will be telling you, no, but that's being male chauvinist. What about the woman? What about the woman?
They're gay.
You understand? I like the part that you mentioned, Guti. Men are life givers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even the organs, I normally say, they speak for themselves.
Correct.
The other one gives, the other one receives.
Yes.
And you look at the nature of Umuntu Sifazane, she always wants to receive.
Correct.
When you must give.
All the time.
And Tina, when we give, we don't feel burdened that we give.
Yeah.
We look forward to
we
give.
Happy.
Because of it's our nature to
You
give.
must give.
That is why when you turn the roads, when you turn the responsibilities and say, let us start giving, it's a matter of time.
She starts screaming the whole world. She knows what she's giving.
Before she starts mentioning it and feeling that she's burdened.
Yeah.
Because of it's not within her nature.
It's too much for her.
That.
Can I give you a flip side? Can I give you a flip side of what I just said?
Okay, yes.
When I say men are life givers and women are actually receivers.
Yeah.
Now, there's a thing called an if gene.
The what?
If gene.
If gene. Oh,
Yeah, they call it an if gene.
Gene as an Mexican.
Yeah, go on. Now, this gene is it's a gene that is only found in the bodies of black women.
Okay.
You can't find it in any other race except black women. And it is the same gene that gives the black woman's womb the ability to can give birth to any race on earth. That's why the woman can never ever be a life giver.
Sorry, man,
because you take that which you are given, you produce it, and you put it out there.
Okay.
So you can't then be a life giver because you are receiving this thing, and then it is your job to nurture it and turn it into a full human being. So if you're gonna get a sperm, salangamla, as a black woman, it is only found in the bodies of black women. You can't find it in an Asian woman. You can't find it in a white woman. You can't find it in an Indian woman or Chinese. You can't. Only in the body of a black woman, which now disputes the fact that says who came first on earth. All of them. They are our babies. Yes, all of them.
You know, Mina, what I see, what is happening with the system. Yes,
that's what they do.
That is the whole idea.
Very successful.
And the sad thing is that, and this is the unfortunate part.
The women, they fall for it. Our women are falling for it. That's
exactly. And that's the sad thing. Our women are falling for it, and unfortunately, Nabo, they do not know much. The information is shared. Abayazi, some of them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was thinking today, but from what I see happening today in the world, it's going to be difficult for our sons to get married and to find wives. Kona manje, the level that we are moving in. Umfazi is no longer going to be based on just the shape. Yes, you can be attracted by the shape and stuff like that. But the most important thing, umfazi is going to be based on how knowledgeable is she about
heritage.
Correct. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct. Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, spiritually, how deep is she spiritually? Because you are not safe in this world with somebody who's spiritually blind. You are not safe in this world with someone who does not even know Ubuntu Bake. Because of the way deception is so much, and information is spreading all over the place. And those who do not know who they are, they don't have a backbone. They follow for everything. Lo muntu uzohamba akufake akufake mgodi.
Enkingeni. Nikki ngicela ukubamba kancane lapho bra wami. I was having a conversation with one of the ladies some time ago. This males, they are so scared of women who are independent. But we understand because it's a transition.
What is independence?
It's a transition, and then this black male, they were not ready for it. It's overwhelming for them. Karma mela, the feeling is mutual. Lilo nabo sister. You were not ready for this transition of women empowerment.
That's about
they are dropping the ball.
Now I have a problem with that. This whole concept of independence.
Yes.
To me, it's a downgrade for
it
women.
Is very, yes.
Serious.
It's like you are putting yourself. You are selling yourself short because by design, you are supposed to be my altar as a man. I'm supposed to be doing everything for you. As it is right now, Stengi Moto, Stokagamnandi, who are we trying to impress?
You understand? What's the problem billing? How to refer this thing, feminism a little bit. I always tell these ladies, feminists are failed women.
Exactly.
Okay, they've divorced twice, three times.
They can't keep a man.
They are single,
and they can't keep a man.
Yeah, and they bring this idea of independence, to you, and you're so clueless. Tried to become a woman and she failed. Now she's bringing her bitterness and a failure to you to say, hey, you don't need a man for anything. If you work, who told you that was a man's job?
A married woman become a mistress. A married woman leaves a family, drop it down, and becomes a mistress.
Exactly. Only because they believe being like that.
For what?
Being like that, it's empowerment. It's not destroying a man. It's not being a soldier. It's not being a miner. It's not working hard. Your body was never designed to go under the ground. Mine was. Your body was never designed to become a soldier. Mine was. Man, here you are destroying yourselves. After a few years, I'll say, that's
why
you go, you fight boxing, they beat you up, they put you here on the tummy, they do everything, they damage you here, you can't bear children.
Now
you do kickboxing. Why you do so?
Now I like what you just said right now about the fertility. There's something that you mentioned, man, before Ukhosa will take over. About the issue of women not being
degrading themselves, they lowering their standards by wanting to be equal to men.
Exactly, that's the thing, because of men are powerful on their own. Immediately she tries to become something that she's not. Already she has missed the mark.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? And Bona, they think, and I don't understand how they think, these guys. Bona, they think they're being clever and they're being intelligent for fighting to be like a man. Yeah, we want to do what men can do.
I can do this.
And this is a reverse cycle.
Exactly.
Degraded, but they are not aware of that. You understand? Now, another challenge that you have again, and which you seldomly find women who are raised by single women being good wives and understanding their place. Because of she has never had a model of umshato from the father, the mother, and see how things are done. That is why sometimes, I remember one guy once said, when you choose a wife, before you even say we am shata lo muntu, hambe mbona la vela khona ubone ukuthi kuphilwa njani ubaba nomama bakhona. Because of you have a lot of women today who are behaving and taking all these foreign ideas because of they are raised by angry single women.
Yes.
And then they are out there to avenge their mothers. And that is why when they meet a man, they just want to chow you and destroy you. Now, men, I normally say this thing all the time. As a man, you need to have standards.
You need to.
In most cases, I do not want to blame women a lot. I want to blame us to say that we are red flags when you get into a relationship. Whereby you can literally see like a bedwala. You can hear from the lingo. You can hear from the mindset. You can hear from how a person does things. Do you understand? There are things that will show you. And why, therefore, sometimes, Tina, we put a blind eye on these red flags and we want to continue with this relationship with the hope that you're going to change this person. And you can't. And you must get ngaphakathi emshadweni so naye sekakuthela ngefish oil ebilile. No, ngefish oil uvuka laphana ekuseni mfana afake iflower umpipa ukho because of she went through your phone. I told you were chatting with somebody else. You understand? And she failed to think. You know, there's a ministry of women, children, and people with disabilities. And I said this thing, and this is not a joke. Why are they putting them together? Why does women, children? Women, children, people with disabilities. Why? They've got a disability.
Yes.
They've got a disability. So at the end of the day, when you deal with them understanding they've got a disability. But you see, that is why you must be a better man. You must put on bigger boots and you must not allow things, what is personal.
But you see,
we are cool.
I have a comment here go YouTube. Malebu disang are with a emoji la khona. So it's nice. At least the other one is Megim Songo. Megi is like Megi, the English name. Megim Songo. Are firstly our King.
Megi.
I say no, I okay with you. I say no, so I say making song and firstly I would like to greet you all about that. In my opinion, there's no difference between an English name and an African name so long as it has meaning. Talk to us. I say that's
Moses. Maybe if Ngabua in biblical terms, in religious terms, they will understand. God created everything else, right?
Yes.
And then he created man, gave him dominion over everything. Gave him the right to can name everything on earth. What a man says, it came into existence. So, problem guy.
I can
in terms of their understanding. Wabana, when he wants to understand Ausme, UTS said it very nicely.
Yeah.
Or what is the meaning of David? What is meaning of Samantha?
Yeah.
But Taviso in a meaning.
Yes.
Lerato in a meaning.
So Maggie, what is the meaning of Maggie? I can Margaret or is it short for Margaret
but
or
what is
short
the
for
meaning
what?
of that?
Yes, because maybe she can go deeper and tell us what is the meaning. Because as you say, meaning ya Soto, it's got its own meaning.
Yes.
And then meaning ya English on ya Rimpila.
And there's a reason why I was named Tabiso.
Yeah.
I'm the firstborn of everyone in England.
So no way to meet.
I'm the first of everything.
Yeah.
So they were happy.
Yeah.
Till to this day.
Yes.
I'm still the first of everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Malebo na waring aure
downgrade.
Downgrade one. Yeah. Coming to what I was saying. Ne? My point now comes to another level to say, when you understand the psyche of Mundos Fazan,
yes,
and when you understand they've got a weakness. Therefore, for me, it says
you need to rephrase that. Comrade. You can't say weakness.
I'm saying therefore, when you understand that as a man,
yeah,
you need to become a better man.
Correct.
You need to put on the bigger boots.
Correct.
Don't take things personal. And ungayisi isandla. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ngoba we understand ukuthi lana udila neskulane.
Come on, because we are not here to bash women. We are not bashing women.
Remember,
we are putting facts on the table that we should learn.
Are women and children disabled? But put a
vulnerable people.
Exactly. That is why I'm saying the reason why they are placed in the same place is because of somewhere. So there's no need for you to take things personal whenever she does them.
Okay.
There's no need for you to lay hands on her because of we understand is
it really that, or is it the effect of the victims most of the time?
No, but these people are controlled by nature.
No.
Victim is a victim. We are going to iba chayisile this transition like yona iba chayisile this thing abayazi bra wami ngoba abakhulela ngaphakathi kwayo.
Can I put it
so
like this?
So awuthi kancane ngisaqeda abakhulela ngaphakathi kwayo direct abayikhulela ngaba bo anti babo nabo mama baba babazalile abanayo lento leyo. You understand? And then bona manje they are trying to practice something which is now is new to them.
Foreign,
and then manje mayifika like it now uyazi la information.
Let me ask this lady this question. Malebole nigmeki. Ntate ngwana ke hamang are simolemo.
Yeah.
When it comes to the names and whatnot, who ngwana ke hamang between the two of them, especially unmarried couples and unmarried people. Maybe one of them will answer me. Ngwana ke hamang. Because more the significance of the name, the importance of the name, why the name was there in the first place. You understand? Yeah. Because we are here to bash women. No, here to bash women. The show is not about bashing women, it's about just speaking the facts. Some things you won't know them, kind of these things are supposed to be like this.
Me. When we were having a discussion, cast tape, it dawned on me, as a man, you need to be okay with being the bad guy.
Yeah.
You need to be okay with you being seen as, you know why? Because as a guy, you need to understand yourself. You need to know who you are, because there are certain decisions that you are going to take. You are not going to agree with your partner.
Yes.
You understand? There are certain, even your partner is going to push you to the level that he will be testing you. You would tell your partner, what the last 10 left as 10 right, she will 10 left. Kamas boom. I'm making an example here, that you were talking about. She knows those things are but she had to, exactly, you understand?
Yeah.
It's her testing, and if Grootman would have kept quiet, we would have had Christians in that house. Starting by the simplest thing, like
a chain, a rosary. You understand? So as a man, you need to be okay with being the bad guy in the house so that you can properly run your household.
Yeah.
Which is what T.S. said. Now I was okay. Now I could see good eyes and using 20. You know what? Hate me, love me.
You go.
Yeah.
All right. Nick, you know.
I think.
T.S., you have something to say, maybe? There's something Nick like
No,
he's online.
It's exactly. It's exactly what the whole thing about manhood. Sometimes we need to come to accept the fact that we always in a losing situation. I think that's what the explanation was. For on the basis of having to be in a losing situation, you need to understand then because we're now feeling responsibility for run the whole entire setup.
Yeah.
So, whether it be monogamy or polygamy, the issue of the fact that you are being asked to be responsible for that means by its own very definition decisions that are not going to be in favor of everyone. But you have to make that decision. You have to you have to we look at things from a bird's eye view, I guess. So we make that decision not necessarily for your own benefit, but for the benefit of the family longer term. And because when we're born up from that perspective, sometimes born up by a board, and then you need to enforce it so that you guys, that's the reason why I was taking that decision to start. But
building legacies.
If you look on your people, your own union, understand? Oda all the time I like if Batwaka can so it's you who's gonna have to talk with those people there by the door. Understand? This is back intrude and so on. It's you who's going to make sure those people before should we do a gat So order Anna who decides what you born or no man. My kids are paying me like this. If you're walking in, they're going to the bedroom. If one is sitting there by the dining room, wifey and she's in the bedroom. Maybe let's say you come kitchen or something. So such things you need to be aware about them. But Oscar is a norm because now you are starting to behave like a Saddam Hussein or a Hitler. You do those things in terms of disciplining your union. I intimidate or dictate.
This one I can take it to the men, right?
Yeah.
Now my family they want me to come home.
Yeah.
They want me to come home.
Yeah.
That's all I can't. I'm here. I got like 8 every day. On Fridays, I make sure. Dad, are you coming? Then my son will come running to the gate and just wants to get inside. Daddy, how are you? And I'm driving in the Kamara garage.
Yeah.
As a man, if you can offer how to go through or banaba staying. That's a Bana wasio baleko di kamore ba le busy ka tsa dintsa bone o le papa o tsebo there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You need to fix that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because you're not supposed to be like we said Saddam or whatever. You're supposed to be a father. They must miss you. Once again, I'm being missed. Papa telling hi. Is Daddy coming home early today? I want to play PlayStation. I was playing with my daughter PlayStation until like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I had to leave here early and I was there and I was playing PlayStation until 2 in the morning. Even though I don't know what I can like I shouldn't be happening while I'm go. You have to cut that. Yeah. That like those kind of moments, how you must have
those.
That.
In the actual fact, what I wanted to say to you was that when you're asking Urim,
yes.
Yeah. And I'm saying what different cultures, they treat it in a very interesting way because of in certain cultures, as long as you keep you luto,
correct.
And I'll tell you why it came to that. When you don't to run away from the fact you see that's the thing. The danger about too much power is the abuse of power.
Yes.
So amatota akula az ukuthi ane power.
Yeah.
And therefore others they abuse this power. It's the same that is happening with our government today. You understand? And they think that they are untouchable. In a long run, it creates certain things as us understand, which says severe as a retaliation from the other group. It becomes a problem for us. As much as Mnindo testing, and I know I've got power, but I try to be very much careful on how I use my power.
Yeah.
I need to protect my wives. I need to make sure that I listen to them sometimes. You understand? Especially mangibona ukuthi lento le abayikhulumayo. Sometimes umuntu awufike lapha bese umuntu yakhuluma uhead and then you just close up, you don't want to listen. You understand? And you're pushing your point. There are times where I sit down, I listen, umuntu yakhulume. And ngizwe lento ukuthi it makes sense. It might have been maybe a mistake that I did, or misjudgment, whatever.
Misunderstood.
You lose nothing by saying, "Baby, I'm sorry."
I'm sorry. Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there are some men who can't even say that or do that. You understand? And that is why manje lento le igcina sekuba ngathi siyaxabana ngathi siyalwa. Ngathi is two bulls fighting here. Because of nayo lo muntu uzama ukhomba ukuthi phela nami, you understand? I'm not protected, so now I need to defend myself. And that is not the way. That's why I raised the issue of the Ministry of Children, Women, Children, and People with Disabilities.
Correct.
Ngethi njengoba kuthiwa ngesizulu yizingane.
Yeah.
There's another part again. Labantu laba ikhona an element of disability, which means ukuthi whenever you deal with them, you need to take that in cognizance.
Yeah.
To say ukuthi I must be rough. You understand? Ngizomqedelela lo muntu already sekalimele. You understand? Ikhona weakness ekhona la. So I must try to understand la vela khona. Ngimbonisa indlela kahle. Ngoba ungathi uyamlungisa or mhlambe wenza something destroy elangasabuyi.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I would akasabuye endlini. But the character yakhe ayisaveli. Le wena which you fell in love with.
Ayisabuyi. And you are right, because when you look at the Sotho, the Tswana, the Pedi culture, it's something similar, because when they ask the man about his home, they will say Bakai Bana. And then they will switch it up to give the woman her special place to pay Mayana. You know what I mean? Because they acknowledge the presence of the mother to say, as much as you are the head, the mother is also there. Where I fully agree with you is that too much power corrupts. That we cannot run away from. You know what I mean? And when you look at the whole concept of the structure of a black man, it's that of the creator.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because it tells you about communication within the black society. Oguti, each and every single person inside the house has a specific role to play. You understand? As a mother, you are the person who sets the law.
Okay.
Because the father is not there.
Yeah, I've got two comments. Malebuti sang, that is why even in the Bible says a man is the head, because the head can't function without a neck, nor the body.
Correct.
Okay, and then Megim Tlongwena are a child belongs to the man, but when the father is not there, as a woman, you take the reins.
Yes. I'm talking about that to say, you know, when you look at the family of the structure of a black family, everyone has a role to play there. You understand? If you understand what a black family is, you would then get to understand that the rules of the house are not set by the man. They are actually set by the woman, because the woman is the one who's 24/7 endling. Uyazi ukuthi abantwana kumele bangane ngesikhathi bani, uyazi ukuthi kumele badle ngesikhathi bani, uyazi ukuthi kumele bavuke ngesikhathi bani, you know, and because they lack the masculine power, they tend to use psychological, disciplining kids to say, don't do this, don't do that. If you do this, this is going to happen. They use fear to control, behaviors of kids, as opposed to Indota. Indota will use force to do that. But now what is happening is that the modern man takes the power away from the woman. You understand? Forgetting ukuthi ikhaya akusela ikhaya la kamfazi.
But ayikho kanjalo wena man, ayikho kanjalo. Inkinga bro, people are power drunk, like
man.
Amawuthi bro ngitshela ivara, like Jose, I think we need to have a conversation ngamawuthi. Ngizame kancane izola, ngizame ilahanyana mabani ko child, a boy child and a girl child.
Yeah.
But honestly we need to have a conversation ngamawuthi. Majita erebolela, so most guys they are not able to talk or express how they are feeling.
Yes.
I understand that. As we speak now, so we are not about to speak for another day.
Yeah.
Women, because of Bonabanzeba, as I said, how ringali and about you are verbal abusive, how much you are manhandling, how shapata for about you are threatening, how it's whatever. All they have titles for all these things. So much they are there like Egyptian mummies.
Yeah.
Born a replomate, what like level polo so. One understand?
Yeah.
Because how got Tomawado, the law is protecting this one.
Yeah, but we need to move away from that thinking.
But it's not that thinking.
This is not for me.
How
about this not for me? Get out. Like you're saying, you must know your worth as a man.
That's why I said to Guti.
Just Shiman.
This thing, that's what I said to Guti. This thing, it's not something that you can do abruptly. Actually, ngati ukuthola a suitable partner. It takes a lot of intelligence, spiritual connection, standards that you live by. At the same time, you need to know your space in a way. What am I saying by that? For example, in my case, German in this team.
Yeah.
I remember there was a lady that I once dated, and she was from Cape Town. Yes, she used to come and visit us. When I came in my house, like I said before, but when I get into my house, everything changes. The treatment that I get, a lot of guys, they dream for it.
Yeah.
To a point that something. Can't you know? Understand? Mina give me awunikeza ukudla uma ngenyawo.
Obvious. Yes.
Awumbizi ngegama unika kaphumi. Either bathi pa or udedi or usubeku.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, here I met this lady and ngithi ngifuna ukumthatha kube number 3.
Ke moxhoza leni.
Exactly. So we kept on dating.
Yeah.
There's one thing that she said.
Yeah.
That changed me.
Yes.
And made me realize ukuthi I'm hooked up with the wrong person here. When she mentioned uLokhuzana, uchachu uzothi, just to make a clarification, where she said ukuthi, hey, but irrespect yakho sisi wenza kakhulu.
Hey. Emma, ona Ramos said how do you?
Yeah, uti my wife respect kakhulu. At no bar, yazi wenza kakhulu. Hey, brah. You know that day I was like,
brother, I was expecting.
I was like,
but so yeah, like that.
But no.
No, listen to this. Listen to this. I was like, what the fuck is this? What am I getting myself into? Okay, fine. If you say about my wife, she is too much when she respects me, then that makes me think, what is it that you have to offer?
Nothing.
It means by me dating you, I'm getting myself into shit.
Yeah.
And something that I do not want, because I can tell you, I will not subject myself into nonsense. Yeah. When you were supposed to be eager to learn, how is it that she does the thing that she does? Because of
so that she can do it better.
Exactly. But how is she able to win my heart? Because of
competition.
But right there, I was turned off.
But
right there, I was turned off. I laughed.
She had to go. Was she big? Was she big?
He did say.
I like them big.
Yeah, he did say.
Oh, nah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but immediately, that beauty turned into ugliness.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say now is that as a man, you need to have standards.
Correct.
You need to know what you want.
Correct.
You cannot allow yourself to bring umuntu endlini also to alete chaos.
Yeah.
While when you've got discipline. Yeah. While when you've got everything in order. You understand? As for any discourse la.
Yeah.
When I'm figala wenza lento eyenziwa la. You understand? Awuzi ngezakho uzongitshela ukuthi cha phela mina angikhuliswa kanje. Awukhuliswa kanjalo, but you must learn ngoba ula. When you're in Rome, you do what Romans do.
Just be a woman, ibumfazi.
You understand? So that's how it. So I'm a daughter. Sometimes they don't have those kind of standards, and just because of the beauty of a woman, a person will compromise everything. I'm tired of Lumuntu. So a problem. The next thing now you wanna come and blame women. Where are your standards?
yokuthi sishada abantu mhlambe bahlukahlukile ngama tribe wethu or nationality nayo inkinga leyo bra wami yazisela ngitshela ivari
no more sheba I wanna it depends on the mamba fa ngwanyana ona le molao from go high whether ke motsongo or ke movenda or ke motswana o tlo tla na le molao o pila ko wena
regardless machita bava ri ko chaile vari
regardless ake ha mama ko para le metlo nako tse my sister ke tla gauta the first time ke tla monna ke tla ke na pheli ko ene she said to me wena the time onyalang o ya gae either wa o bona gae to say or wa Limpopo deep Limpopo ko bozanini whatever o kra motsonga o kreya movenda o kreya somebody o lo gore
motho kwa
dom o tla khalifa atla gaute mo after 10 years bana ba just kanto son kana ke mo gaute because of she said to me banyana ba Trashville bona ba loka fanaka mo ke tšhelete ke bo tšalwa ke monate ke next time
they actually said that to me
yeah
but guess what
what's that demo
but I like challenge yeah but Ricky simplify ne
yeah sure
there's a reason why they say life begins at 40 you understand it's exactly what Grootman Chibiliga said you know when they say life begins at 40 you shouldn't be confused as a man when you get to that point. You should know yourself.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Regardless of mina nkulele Alexander. My culture is mixed. You understand? I'm like a colored person. But I'm black.
Yeah.
So you then had to learn who you are. What are your standards? What is your worth? What you can tolerate? What you cannot tolerate?
Exactly.
So that you can find the right person. So it goes back to that thing, Baraki 80-20 rule. Okay, how do you balance this thing?
Yeah.
You know, yes, she's a Tonga. Can I tolerate a person that acts like this? Then yes. Because remember, to us men, when you commit to a woman, you cannot just commit komlomo. When you say I love you, you are literally saying I'll die for you. You understand? But women will always be loyal to the one who provides.
Well, that's nature, fun.
Exactly, it's nature. You can't do anything to it. So immediately when you stop providing, what happens?
Obvious.
They bounce.
Those that don't have backbone. But Temba saying he's gonna stand with you no matter what.
Yes.
That woman will die with you thick and thin.
Same applies. It's either they're from. It's either from. Come on, listen to me. Maybe there are those who are fortunate to know Allah or whoever blessed them.
Come on,
Come on, the way back how I
yes.
Or level Lantuana, do copana lady made, for example, about TMPD.
Yeah.
Panaba Tsonemet.
Yeah.
Copana lady coliki, but Chola Libona, the next thing Rotoba Lagabona Batunyano, the unveiling of a tombstone.
Yes.
One understand?
Yes.
Oh, Otso Mamilodi, or Otso with Bank.
Yeah.
Marababulayan. One understand? Marahan Cabro, maybe you can one no, let's walk a sick of fail.
Yes.
One understand?
Yeah.
I think ile sympathy nyana manotla utela bohloko ko nje ke ya kasi ke sa ixobelela you understand mara because of like masepo tswa with pengo kengeng how feel who are you
no but you know on that one Branik, let me put it like this ne you know as men if we were to understand again we are not just flesh and bones you know there's a spiritual connection to this thing
Mutagon to moto ke mo hutse motloko o senya dilo are ke mo hetile pepe what happened
ke lukhuma la tsamaya le senzo
ke mo hetile ne ba tabole fe moto go betse ba fana are to send him ba bona go betse this guy talk mfana ke go rete this is a safe space
you know.
We'll unpack it.
You're saying something?
I just wanted to close because I'm not going to be long. Men should understand,
you know, meeting a woman that believes in you. It doesn't matter how ridiculous your idea is. As long as she believes in that idea, it's like she is unlocking the potential in you to can do better. You understand? Because it's
encourage with everything that you do.
Bona, now I was fortunate. Nekele razmatach ke mutolo ringi negena lo tshwara chelete. You understand? But the women that I used to meet, they used to eat the money.
So no matter slave queen when?
No. Next time it's a slave queen. Now I've been fortunate, unfortunately, when it comes to that. However, the women that I used to meet, man, never drink study sweets, never sang achis.
Okay.
Then the one I met now, oh, no.
Okay. You see, on this note, what you're saying now, it brings me back to what I'm saying, Guti. From when I listen to the challenges that men face, we spoke about a lot of things here. We spoke about the issues of kids in the Bayekam and all
Correct.
that. Yeah. How do you get yourself in a situation whereby unomuntu nomntwana naye, and when as a father you stripped off the powers of naming your child or whatever it is? You understand? How do you get there? You understand? Didn't you see red flags? You understand
exactly.
what I'm saying? I mean, my own experience has taught me now, which God forbid I'll never repeat it. Ogoti, you need to stick by your standards. Men must have standards.
Yeah, you do.
It does not help us men to blame women.
Let us not compromise.
Because I've learned one thing about Aban Besfazan. Some of them, they will never change. You understand?
Yeah.
When because of who Oshelayo, you need to know what you're looking for. Because
for,
when you are the hunter.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
And ungahlali nomuntu wesifazane ngenxa yesibunu because of ulukumbona ukuthi mara lo muntu lo kahle kahle la le khanda lithathi kahle la.
Mara ufile impako wena.
Bona mipako miningi mfethu.
What if he's big? what if she's big?
Bona, she can be big. She can be big. But I can tell you right now. Uma abeda mfethu yabe. You know I once dated one lady. Mfethu, that woman, now that's the woman that made me to hate, not to hate, but not to really like.
Hate is too much.
To dislike.
Not to really like.
To dislike.
To women.
Yeah.
Character yakhe ile ukuthi uma
unazo mzono te. Nazo ke mzono.
Rustenburg.
No expect again. No expect. Yes,
listen to this.
No, nagatwa deep down
uma ngifike eflatini yakhe. Bengahlala lesane side. Uma vula. Ukushaya ngeback. Makakubulisa ujika ngekhona. You understand?
Yeah. Give me but expect that.
Now listen, yes. Ujika ngekhona. So cold. Mawuthi ukudla athi kukhona ovenini.
Sir.
Emani ngiyabheka mara. Abana mina mfana mina indoda umXhosa uthami. Abana ngidla umXhosa mina amasimba nje angizwani nawo. Engayibona ndithi ngathi la kuzoba ne-flop. I had you know those techniques systems. I think it was a 16 piece or something, 18 piece whatever.
Right top.
You know what I did? And I wanted to go to him shine ngehama ukuthi ayizwe this thing. And I used to tell him just when I will dump you one day like a bad habit.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, Nick, you'll come back because gotta watch me. Mfethu ngathi mangihlangana nonkosi lo kunaye manje.
Correct.
I didn't think twice.
Yeah.
Why? There's a respect that I got.
Correct.
From her, which I couldn't get anywhere else. And right there, I knew this is the one. Le nonsense living in Ayonji. And say food. I went to a place, I took my system, I found out what that born. I'm leaving you for another woman. That's born. If ever you have never heard that before, then we are used from me.
Yes.
Mina okokuqala nje ikuku lakho ngane yabantu alihlanyisi. You know sometimes what women don't understand. What women don't understand. There are times whereby I told you sometimes as a man you fail to perform not because of there's something wrong with you, but when you think the things that she says and she does, automatically you get to be turned off, and that's the reason why you lose interest and you end up not performing.
Correct.
Understand?
Correct.
But I remember there was a time I told you, man, I'm struggling here. So I'm out here, me Niger. Man, I've got a problem. I said, no, you don't have a problem. What is it that this woman is doing? Then I explained to him. I said, no. What actually is making you not to perform is a character.
Correct.
If behavior is a turn off for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
And I want your guys' honest opinion.
Do you care that a woman loves you?
Do I care that a woman loves me?
Yeah.
No.
Can I answer that one quickly?
Okay, yes, yeah.
Yeah, you see, we receive things differently between men and women.
Yeah.
Rona, what talks to us is respect.
Yeah.
It's loyalty.
Yeah.
It's honor.
Yeah.
And that's the language that we understand. So and for that reason, love is something. It's a man-made thing.
Yeah.
If I have to put it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because we perceive. I'll use love in this way. We perceive love in that manner.
Yeah.
Once a woman respects you, properly, you know, I engage in a manner that you are allowed to also engage and give your opinion without even being bashed on.
Yeah.
You know, the loyalty, the fact that Onalo is not entertaining anyone else.
Yeah.
Exclusivity, that's also loyalty. You know, so that's the language that we understand. But I just wanted to take what Nick was saying, just one level down. The actual thing, we need to have our own. A man needs to have value.
Yeah,
but
sure.
what does that mean?
Yeah.
It means that you need to also be understanding who we're not a guy or man and yeah, and then from there you then have to understand the fact that as a man, there's things that are universal, like respect is order of the day, loyalty is order of the day. On top of the things that you know that you're coming from, history are going. And then once you understand that, then value is created. You don't then go for anybody, any Tom, Dick, and Harry, because you understand yourself, you understand who you're standing for, and why you man in terms of spirituality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that on its own makes the whole package.
Yeah. Exactly.
Another comment, Moya Hamalebo, Kosi, I'm having a problem with the I. I think that's where the problem is. Respect comes from home, hence we teach our own flesh and blood morals. The majority of successful men have a woman.
Yeah, that's correct.
Why are you all silent?
No, I'm trying to understand what does she mean.
Yes. Okay, yeah, Kosi, I'm having a problem with the I. I think that's where the problem is. Respect comes from home.
Yeah.
Yeah, hence we teach our own flesh and blood morals, right?
Yes.
The majority of successful men have a woman. I believe maybe she's
correct.
She's anchoring area how na le mosadi a go support and vision how I tell you then you'll go very far.
It's
yeah.
true.
No, I agree with you, man.
That is true.
Yeah. Let's wait for Vanessa.
No. Now in closing, all I'm going to say, Gohore, as a guy, we have been speaking here for almost 2 hours. No man here in this studio ever mentioned the word love. Stop looking for that. Look for respect. Look for loyalty. Then you are okay. You are fine. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, no love.
Yeah, sure. Surname is important. Unfortunately, Ronama Oti, we are not able to tell Hore who's falling pregnant what time is the baby due. We understand. We can't tell who, but as much as we are offering life, somebody won't be pregnant if a man does not ejaculate inside them. You understand? So
yeah.
What I will say is this: as a daughter, we need to have standards. We need to live by those standards. I don't think it will take us anywhere in the way of blame on Besfazan. Because of before ufikela la lokuthi ugcina somthathe khona sekakhulula manje senishadile senabantwana. Mina my question is one, all along man lokhu niza bongaboni nje wena ukuthi kahle kahle khona into engaclick right la.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was selling a book to one couple, and then these are both Zulus, ne? And then lo mama uyambona ukuthi ngathi ugobela. This guy wants to buy incwadi yesithembu.
Yeah.
Lo mama uyayiphakamela uthi no, not in my house.
Even
Ngeke uzuyithenga lencwadi and noma ungayithenga ngeke izingene kwami. Now lo muntu lo ubiza ngesibongo salo baba.
Yeah.
Uthelwe ngenyongo khabo lo baba.
Yeah.
Maqeda wabikwa wanikeza
khabo lo baba lo.
Khabo lo baba. Now, idlozi lalo baba has taken over now. Ukuthi linaye. You understand?
Yeah.
Then now, utshela lendoda nam, I was so disappointed when I saw how he responded. He was like, "Ish, Putwami, I think ngelinye ilanga mangihamba ngedwa." You understand? Now, I don't live in that space, but I understand ukuthi kusho lo baba all along alokhu hamba nalo mama until bazofika la. You understand? At the same time, when you saw those red flags, ukuthi lo muntu onaye umuntu kanje.
Yeah.
What made you to continue naye?
Ugcina umshada.
Yeah. Mina for me as a man, uma indoda yenza lokho, indoda engasithandi. Indoda engasithandi and kahle uembarrassa abantu bakini.
Yeah.
Because of lo muntu somthathile manje, shuthi sekafuna ukoverride nabo. So amadoda they need to have standards and live by those standards.
Okay, TS, what is your Mebra, your last word for tonight? Oh yeah, before Gatwell. Or Kinzola Pilegeta Bala comment Hamalebo just now.
Oh, okay. No, negere moto ke three parts. It's the mind, it's the body, and then we normally call it the soul, but I would say it's the spirit. And there's a saying that says, if you fix the spirit, then the other two will follow suit. And especially for us men, I think we need to spend some time having to engage with the spirit, because then the spirit will then be able to lead us to where we're supposed to go. But then the spirit must have a reference point, and the reference point is your surname.
Yeah. So
why I say it's your surname is because you have a lineage of people that have been the lineage of people, your ancestors created the reality for you to be here today. So that must be the reference. Once we sort that out and you know the type of person that you are, you know the people that you represent, then that on its own will automatically create values and standards that then will govern the way we look at it.
Yeah.
I think men as being men, we've recruited the value and the
title,
the power that we've had, the title, and we should actually, the first thing that we need to do is go and reclaim that properly by having to understand who we are in terms of what we are going about today. Yeah. Then from there it will be a good start. I think it's like Walapelam.
All right. I've got a comment from Malebo Disanga. Love belongs to men. A man is supposed to love a woman, and the woman is supposed to respect a man. Not me, but the word of God. Yeah. Okay, Buffett, thanks for today.
Hola.
Thanks for today. I'm a penalty for it. Too much. Hey, so come to the end, Buffett. Thank you so much. I don't want us to go over time like we always do, but it's okay. Guys, thank you again.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Mebra,
always a pleasure.
TSV.
I didn't see this one coming.
Okay, next week, tomorrow, Pila, we are continuing the Stembu discussion, but this time the women are coming. The women will be here, or if not here, they'll be on the phone. We will be talking to Arabotobone. What is their perspective, Castembo? So please do not miss tomorrow's episode. Correct. Yeah, but then we'll talk. I can look about last week, guys. So we're gonna hear now from the women tomorrow. How is it like being a wife of Stembu? How did they meet? How did they take it? The first wife, especially what came to your mind in the first place? We want to hear that one. Yeah, so Okay, sharp. Nikki.
Bye-bye, Kosi. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man.
Shorty, me bra ke tsona kere. Hey Tabra. Guys, thank you so much for joining Kosi FM tonight, man. Today it was lovely to have been with you, especially Malebo, Disang, Megim Klongo, for all your comments. I want to thank you so much, my sisters. We see how we are reaching very far, and everybody else who has been tuned in on Kosi FM on www.kosifm.co.za and other websites on holdings .co.za for Kosi FM. Thank you so much for taking your time and your data to listen to us today. We're really busy advising men and talking about something which is very important as Africans. So when now in Africa, please take pride in your own self. So again, God gave you your culture, God gave you your color, God gave you everything, your names, your language. Are we top from the devil or somewhere else? So don't let anybody come from somewhere. Whatever you're doing is demonic. That is nonsense. Whatever you have, God gave it to you. So Bon, I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow 7:30 to 9:30. Tomorrow will be deep light. The fisa. So, want that.